The Sahara Desert experienced its first floods in 50 years after 2 days of rainfall in southeast Morocco exceeded yearly averages, according to officials from the country's meteorology agency.
모로코 남동부 지역에 이틀간 연평균 강수량을 웃도는 폭우가 쏟아지면서 50년 만에 처음으로 사하라 사막에 홍수가 발생했다고 모로코 기상청 관계자가 밝혔습니다. Not only did we have a very long summer, we had a very wet desert in this case. Let's have a look.
I saw, photos and I was shocked because who expects water flooding in
the desert.
The desert, right. So they say that it's the first floods in the Sahara in half a century. So 2 days of rainfall in September exceeded the yearly averages in several areas of southeast Morocco, causing a deluge. So they say in a village called Tagunite, which is located about 450 kilometers south of the capital, more than 100 millimeters of rain was recorded during a 24-hour period. And satellite images showed this lake. It's a lake that's located between Zagora and Tata called Lake Iroquois. And they said that it's dried up for 50 years, but they saw this lake being filled up. So local meteorologists say that it's been about 30 to 50 years since they've seen this much rain in such a short span of time. I think that's what's caused the flooding. And they also added that this may have far-reaching effects because these rains, which these meteorologists call an extratropical storm, they say may change the weather conditions in the region in the coming months and years. And as the air holds more moisture, it could promote evaporation and provoke more storms.
You said we saw so much rain in a very short span of time, which is another expression that is used quite a lot when we say in a short period, in a short span of time. 네, 이렇게 이제 짧은 시간 안에라는 뜻으로 span이라는 단어를 써서요. A short span, S-P-A-N, of time 이렇게 표현을 할 수 있습니다. 짧은 시간 안에 많은 비가 내렸다는 의미일 텐데요. Exceeding yearly averages.
Right.
Let's look at exceed.
Yeah. So when something exceeds something, it means it's greater than a number of amount or to go past an allowed limit.
If you exceed expectations, that means you expected this much, but what actually happened was way better. 무언가를 넘다, 초과하다라는 의미가 있어요. 그래서 좋게 쓸 수도 있고 안 좋게 쓸 수도 있습니다. 이 경우에는
when you mentioned, when you exceed expectations, it's used in a very positive way. But when you exceed the speed limit,
that's not good.
Not good. Yes,
No,
you could get a ticket or you can get fined.
Exactly. 그렇습니다. 자, 속도 위반, 그러니까 원래 지켜야 하는 속도를 넘겼다. 라고 할 때는 you exceed the speed limit. 그다음에 이제 기대 이상이었다. 일단 너무 좋은 의미죠. You exceed expectations. E-X-C-E-E-D 이렇게 쓰고요. 이 기사에서는 지금 exceeding yearly averages, 연평균을 뛰어넘는 양의 엄청난 폭우가 쏟아졌다. 자, 누가 이 얘기를 했냐면은요. This was according to Morocco's meteorology agency.
Right. Meteorology, it's very difficult to pronounce.
Yes.
And it's spelled meteorology. So meteorology. And this is the branch of science that's concerned with the processes and phenomena of the atmosphere, especially as a means of forecasting the weather.
Yes. So the easier word for meteorology is weather.
Yeah.
Many countries will just say the National Weather Agency.
Yeah.
Some countries like to say the National Meteorological Administration, like we do here in Korea.
Yeah,
Or
KMA.
Yes, or Morocco's Meteorology Agency. 기상이라는 뜻인데요. 그냥 날씨라는 단어로 대체할 수 있습니다. 보통. 그래서 실제로 이제 미국의 기상청, 영국의 기상청 같은 경우에는 그냥 weather라는 단어를 훨씬 더 많이 써요. 그게 좀 대중적이기도 하고. 그렇지만 이제 전문적으로 좀 간다면은 기상, It's
difficult.
very hard to pronounce. Meteorology. 아닌데요. Meteorology. Thank you. The reason this is hard is because there are so many vowels and then the stress of the word changes depending on the part of speech. So whether it's a noun or a verb or an adjective or whatever, the stress changes.
Yep. Say it slowly a couple times and then say it faster and faster and you'll get used to it.
Yeah. So once you figure out where the stress is, just say the stressed part properly and then you can say the rest very quickly.
Yep.
It's fine. All right, I'm going to give it a go. 저도 한번 읽어보겠습니다. The Sahara Desert experienced its first floods in 50 years after 2 days of rainfall in southeast Morocco exceeded yearly averages, according to officials from the country's meteorology agency.